Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is really good to be back. And on this video, we're going to talk about two very important things. I am not a medical doctor and I am not an expert in any kind, so do your own research. But some people have already done the research for us. And these are some medicines, ladies and gentlemen, over-the-counter medicines that I think almost everyone has in their cupboards, especially when it comes to wintertime. But you have to be very careful because now they're telling us that some of the ingredients in this medicine may be cancer-causing. Generic brand Mucinex found to contain cancer-causing benzene. I know for a fact that I have some of these generic Mucinex in my cupboards and I have to go double check it so that I can get rid of it. The cancer-causing chemical benzene has been found in generic store brand versions of Mucinex cold medicine, according to a new report by Bloomberg. While both the brand name and generic versions contain the same active ingredient, which is this one that I can't pronounce, and have similar packaging, the key difference lies in the inactive ingredient. And to tell you the truth, I remember when I picked up this generic Mucinex because it was a lot less expensive. And what did I double check against the Mucinex brand? The main ingredient, the main active ingredient. I didn't bother checking the rest of them, but here someone has, and I'm glad that they did. Now, I'm not sure how long they've been using this specific chemical, but I told you all a while back that as companies try to fight inflation, that they will turn to something that's called skimpflation, which is how food companies are swapping ingredients to reduce costs, and I believe that other manufacturers are doing the same thing. In addition to hiking prices and shrinking product sizes, some food companies and also other companies, in my opinion, have also been quietly downgrading ingredients to reduce manufacturing costs. Skimpflation is when a manufacturer reformulates its product with cheaper ingredients, and with skimpflation, you're also getting less for your money. Recent tests have revealed dangerously high levels of the chemical in some U.S. products, sparking concern. And check this out, when they say that they care about you, don't believe them. Because even though they announced the phase out of this benzene or benzene, whatever it is, by 2025, they gave in to the companies, because they said that 2025 was too soon and that they needed it to be in 2026. Knowing that this is a dangerous substance, they're going to continue to put it in there. And how many people are going to get the information that I'm putting out now? Please share this video with people that you care about and love. And ladies and gentlemen, let me say thank you very much for all of your support. Again, I'm very happy to be back doing one of the things that I really enjoy doing, and doing it with you as well. So thank you. And to finish it off, it's the same old story. It all comes down to money. Why? Because it's more important than you, ladies and gentlemen. Swapping benzene containing carbamers is costly and time consuming, they say, due to the need for additional testing and FDA approval. Prices for safer carboners are higher, with Bloomberg noting a $4 price difference on Amazon between benzene-made and benzene-free versions. Do you know why we fought the Vietnam War? Why we lost over 58,000 American lives, and I don't know what untold amount of people that came back losing limbs and even losing their minds? It was to stop the spread of communism. And it seems that we now, in the United States of America, live in an era where communism is what is being spread as the thing to do. In history, in the entire history of mankind, communism, socialism, Marxism, whatever you want to call it, it's never worked. But how do our children know that if we don't tell them? These are 4 ways to inoculate your children against Marxism. In 2007, President George Bush dedicated a memorial in Washington, D.C. to the 100 million people that were murdered by communism over the past century. You know how far we have fallen, where just about 20 years ago or so, President Bush was telling people about how terrible communism is, as far as how many lives it's cost in the last century or so, to today, where the government is actively pushing for communism, at least some people within the government. And he said, they include innocent Ukrainians who were starved to death in Stalin's Great Famine, or Russians killed in Stalin's purges, Lithuanians and Latvians and Estonians loaded onto cattle cars and deported to Arctic death camps for Soviet communism. They included Chinese killed in the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution, Cambodians slayed in Pol Pot's killing fields. Incredible. East Germans shot attempting to escape the Berlin Wall in order to make it to freedom. Poles massacred in the Khatin Forest and Ethiopians slaughtered in the Red Terror. Mosquito Indians murdered by Nicaraguans, Sandinistas dictatorship, and Cuban balseros who drowned escaping tyranny. These are all countries that were overtaken by communism, ladies and gentlemen, and what it cost them was their culture and many of their lives. This horrific record does not include countless millions who were imprisoned, tortured, or saw their dreams and potentialities ruined by Marxism. But here in the West, where we should know better by now, we have professors, teachers, corporate personnel, politicians, and ordinary citizens who salute the Red Star. In my opinion, it's because they do not know any better and they have been indoctrinated, not educated. They might not answer to the name of Marxist, but they go along with the movement because they don't know what it is and they've never lived under the conditions of a Marxist, socialist, or communist nation. This being the case, it's up to us, ladies and gentlemen, parents, grandparents, and mentors to inoculate the young against falling prey to this ideology. And how do we do that? We talk to them. When I take my daughter to school, I try to bring up conversations of things that matter. Yes, there's times where we want to joke around because I want my daughter to have memories of me being a jokester and having a good attitude about life, all in all. But there's a lot of times where I bring up these things about communism. Why is this good? Why is that bad? And try to make sense to her of why it is that so many other people from so many other countries around the world want to come to America. They won't want to come to America if we turn into a communist/Marxist country. So here it says, read the right books, but you read the book first and then introduce it to them. That way you know what you're talking about when they ask questions. The second thing that they say that you can use to inoculate your children is to listen to real life stories. You better believe that my daughter knows the stories about how gold and silver preserve your purchasing powers via the country of Venezuela, Zimbabwe, the, Weimar Republic, almost forgetting that because it's so long ago now. But she understands why it is that gold and silver are real money, are God's money, and why it is that they give us freedom instead of giving more control to the government. And along the same line, kitchen table learning. And they say here that the best antidote of all, which I happen to agree with, is this one. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their creators with certain unalienable rights. And among these are life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. And ladies and gentlemen, in my humble opinion, if we stick to that, if we follow the Constitution, follow the rule of law, not only will we continue to be the greatest nation in the world, but we will be the greatest nation in the world for as long as we can see out into the future. So I'm going to go ahead and close it with that. Again, thank you very much for all of your support. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for clicking the like button. Yes, click that like button and leave a comment down below. Even if you just leave a little period, and then go ahead and comment that. That really helps the algorithm. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out. This is a bonus clip, ladies and gentlemen. That's for you that think that I support that we should have gone to Iraq under the premise that there were weapons of mass destruction there. I don't support that at all. I don't support war at all. However, the truth is the truth. And the truth on the premise of this video is that communism kills, Marxism kills, socialism kills a lot more than a capitalist society where you can earn a living dependent on how hard you want to work. So the harder you want to work, the better standard of living you're going to have. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.